Well, everyone, there's a very high likelihood that within iOS 19, there could be a lot of different iPhones that actually end up getting removed on this version of software. Now, I really hope that doesn't end up being the case, but we genuinely don't know what Apple's going to do. But if I kind of had to go ahead and kind of make a guess, I would say that there's at least 2 to 3 different versions of iPhones that are probably going to get dropped when this next version of software comes out. Now, when we take a look at basically how Apple's been dropping their iPhones, usually they will not just drop one iPhone model, they will drop multiple different iPhone models at the same exact time. When iOS 15 dropped support of some iPhones, we basically saw the iPhone 6s, iPhone 7, and basically the iPhone SE first generation basically get, unsupported with software. So that was kind of something that was a pretty big deal in and of itself. And I do think this was a really, really big problem kind of for those particular devices. Since then, I think that was the right decision. But those were basically 3 different sets of iPhones Apple kind of dropped. Technically speaking, when the iPhone, when iOS 16 dropped support of iPhones, it was the iPhone 10, iPhone 8, and iPhone 8 Plus. Now, those are kind of one group of iPhones because they came out at the same time. But when you think about it, the iPhone 10, $1,000 phone, the iPhone 8 significantly cheaper. The fact that they dropped support at the same time was kind of insane to me. So you could say those were like maybe one generation of iPhones, maybe 2. But when you take a look at what Apple's going to do next, I think there could be a high likelihood Apple's probably going to drop 2 to 3 different versions of iPhones. Now, I hope they don't. I hope they keep all of them. But looking at Apple's past behavior, there's a fairly high likelihood, even like with the iPhone 6 and 5S, they did the same thing. I think what Apple could end up doing here is they could drop support of the iPhone XR, XS, and XS Max, right? So those are 3 different iPhones that could end up getting dropped there. Then they could also potentially drop support of the iPhone 11, 11 Pro, and 11 Pro Max. So that right there is 6 iPhones. And don't forget, there's an iPhone that has the same chipset as the iPhone 11, which is the iPhone SE second generation. So Apple could also end up dropping support of the iPhone SE second generation as well when iOS 19 comes out. That could be 7 different iPhones that Apple's going to drop support of, meaning that the iPhone 12 could end up being basically the lowest supported iPhone on iOS 19. Now, like I said, I hope that doesn't end up happening. I think at the bare minimum, they're probably going to drop the iPhone XRs. I think that's kind of a given, considering I was surprised when iOS 18 even came out for those phones. But that's essentially what we could end up seeing. I'm very excited to see what iOS 19 brings, but I'm not looking forward to all those iPhones that end up getting dropped support if that ends up happening. So in terms of that kind of covers it up there for the most part. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that'll mean me so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.